Dexy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another footy talk, blood? Lewis, what you telling me, bro?
Yeah, a lot's changed since the last time we spoke. A lot's changed. I hope everything's good. Still day 176 as world champs and all of that. But I don't know what we're doing anymore, in all honesty. Yeah, I hope you're good, though. Happy Independence Day, all of that. Big up, brother. You got your day. I hope you're celebrating. I hope everything's good.
Hey, bro, everything's good, fam. You know what I'm saying? Everything's good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Feet are hurting from dancing on Amorim's grave, blood, but we're not done. You know the way that I'm saying.
I get it, man. Nothing beats beating a terrorist.
Oh, bro, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's absolutely crazy, bro. They listen, a great time right now. You know what I mean? A lot of guys, yeah, that like to suck the bum of figures of the club getting upset. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, how can they be happy that the manager's gone, this, that, and the worst manager in Premier League history, by the way, for our club, you know? Like, imagine having sympathy for that.
Yeah, I can. I still see pot revisionism in 2026, so I get you.
Oh, but this is what I'm trying to say, bro. The Poch revisionism stinks, innit? And there'll be Amorim revisionism, yeah, and it's embarrassing.
Let your next manager or your interim like lose a game or something. You'll see the tweets pull out.
So I'm trying to say, bro, listen, I ain't got no time for anyone that thinks Ruben Amorim didn't deserve to get. Bro, the guy deserved to get sacked about 5 times over. You know what I'm saying? So let's not do this. And then now people are doing the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer propaganda as well. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not do that. Let's not do it, bro. And this is the problem here with these football fans that actually don't know nothing about football, and they're just on this emotional roller coaster. They think that football's a soap opera. It's not a soap opera, bro. I'm tired of this shit, bro. This ain't Emmerdale, bro. This ain't Coronation Street. Do you know what I mean? This is football. This is meant to be an elite football club. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yeah, got sacked from his job in Turkey. My man couldn't even bang in Turkey. And man are talking about Ole interim. Taking the piss.
Is there anyone else by him though? Because I've seen the rumors of Ollie, but I just thought that was more like bants. Yeah, Ollie's about to free. He'd love the Man United job. The headline that already. The what?
Ollie's put himself forward for the job, innit? Like the briefing is definitely coming from his side, but Man United fans are actually entertaining it, bro. Absolute weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Like
you, man, just love suffering. On my life, bro. What do you mean, man? Just looked at Ollie and thought, yeah, you know what? Bring him back.
Oh,
bring him back. The interim Ollie was cold. We'll bring it back to 2019 and all that.
It, yeah, through his people that he's interested in a job. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer back at the football club, bro. It makes no sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get Michael Carrick. Why would you get Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Like, it makes no sense.
Carrick did a job on us a few years ago.
What's that?
He actually did a job on us twice now, I remember, because he beat us in the first leg of the Carabao with Middlesbrough. And then you lot had him as an interim, I think, in 20... Was it after Ollie got sacked? You had Carrick for a week or two.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and he got a draw at the bridge.
Yeah, because Carrick and McKenna were Ollie's,
Sancho in that.
Carrick and McKenna were Ollie's number 2s, yeah? And they were the ones doing all the coaching. It wasn't even Ollie.
Damn. I didn't know that.
Ollie doing the coaching. You know what I mean? So, and Carrick and McKenna both went on, yeah, to do good jobs respectively, and Ollie hasn't. So why would you bring in Ollie when you can just bring in Carrick? You get it? McKenna's already at a club. I wouldn't take McKenna out of a job now to do 6 months at Man United. It makes no sense, innit? So bring in.
How's he doing at Ipswich anyway? Do you know?
What's that?
Do you know how he's doing at Ipswich?
He's 2nd or 3rd at the moment in the championship, but he's got them on course for playoffs.
Yeah, sitting 3rd place, 2 points off 2nd.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
he's got a game in hand.
He's been doing a good job, and the compensation wasn't 20. Read it again, bro. It says that the entire cost of bringing him in and sacking him is going to be around 27 million. Remember, we paid like 10 million or something to get him in the first place. So they're talking about how much we spent altogether. No one cares about all that. That doesn't mean nothing. Like man have been doing record profits and record revenues and all these things. Gives a shit about 27 million, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not even the price of a football player. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Man don't care about it. He's gone. That's all that matters. That's all that matters to me. Who cares? Even if he costs 27 million to bring in and get rid of, bro. Who cares? We spent more on players that haven't worked out.
Yo, when you're that bad of a manager and you're in charge of the direction of the long-term future of your club, I get that. I completely get that. Because, again, back to the Poch thing, when he got sacked, I didn't give a shit who we brought in because the bar was that low. Anything was an upgrade. So for you lot, for the interim, whoever you bring in is going to be an upgrade on Amorim. Unless, if you even manage to find someone on the same level, then you have to sack everybody above you just for that offense. But that's not going to happen. That's by the by.
Hey, bro, am I not speaking English, bro? Man United had to pay Sporting, around 10 million to release Amorim from his contract before we got him. That was the cost of him. So they're including that in the final fee. We didn't pay him 10 million to come to Man United, bro. Like, I swear, but man need to listen, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Listen to what man said. They said the overall cost of hiring him and firing him was 27 million. And we had to pay Sporting to get him out of his contract because we got him in January. So it's the complete cost. That's not, we didn't pay him 10 million to come. You know what I mean? Man,
Yeah, that's the article at the end. That's how they spun
absolutely
it.
not. I'm gonna watch Chelsea suffer from the comfort of my own home. That's what I'm gonna do. How are you feeling about Matisse anyway at the wheel, blood? What are you saying?
You're here now, innit? Look, big up. Let's go win some trophies. That's it. You're at Chelsea now. The standard is win some trophies. Look, let's go win some trophies. We're in 3 competitions. Do something. I'm not going to be manager out for a minute one, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you how this is a shrewd move and how Liam Rosenior to Chelsea makes a lot of sense. And this is the next step in the project and all of that. No, but you're here now. I'm also not going to cuss you out from minute one either, because I don't think that's fair to him. Like, it would be easy to do that because I'm still bitter that Maresca's gone and everything. But no, you're here now. Do something. I've just seen fucking Callum McFarlane go to the Etihad and leave with a point. This squad's good enough to go win a trophy. Go win something. That's all I got.
At the end of the day, yeah, the way people need to understand going on now is the modern game, yeah, off the pitch is turning into the modern game on the pitch. It's all about being able to fit into a system, innit? When you're a coach, you have to be able to fit into the system now. You have to fit into the whole structure that's been built, innit? And even though I don't like it to a certain degree, it makes sense, bruv. Because at the end of the day, yeah, for a football club to be a sustainable organization, they have to have certain ever-presence in it. And the ever-presence are going to be obviously the sporting directors and all of these other guys, the scouts and whatnot. And then the manager's interchangeable, just like players are interchangeable in a team, in a system. Like this, people need to start looking at coaches now the way they look at players. That's what they need to be doing, bro. A lot of people are not intelligent enough to understand that's where football is, but it's very, very obvious that's where football is. So when people are talking about Rosenior and all these, it doesn't matter who the coach is, to be honest, as long as he's doing what he's told by the other guys, because the other guys are more important than the coach. This is just how it is. And it's the same with United. Like, if Jason Wilcox is responsible for the gaming model, he's responsible for the style of play that we play, the players that we recruit and all these other things, of course he has to be able to dictate to the manager and hold the manager accountable for performances. He has to. Because if I'm bringing in players and I'm giving you players and I'm in control of the style of football that we're supposed to be playing, and I'm supposed to be preserving the culture of the football club. If you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, I'm the one that's meant to hold you accountable. That's how it's meant to work.
I hear that, but that's also why, like, if this doesn't work with Rosenior, I'm not onto him like that. It's the people up above.
Well, of course.
Because you sacked a manager that I thought was good enough for us to win trophies for a manager that's a massive question mark. And that manager demanded upgrades to the squad. You guys ignored him, told him internal solutions. And I'm hearing Liam Rosenior's come in and the first thing he's asked for is transfers. Shock and horror. Because of course he was going to ask for transfers. So if he doesn't get backed, I'm looking at the owners and I'm looking at the sporting directors. Because you're the one that decided to make this change mid-season while we have 3 games every 3 days for the next month. And he hasn't got a lot of time to integrate himself into the squad. Cool. If it doesn't work, I'm looking up above. But you're here now. So look, I'm not going to be cussing you out from the start because I don't think it's fair for him. And there's people, right. I tweeted, welcome to Chelsea, Liam Rosenior. And they're like, you're backing the owners. You're giving them everything that they want. Shut the fuck up. What do you want me to say? Fuck off. Why are you here? You're here now.
Yeah, but you can never
cuss you out just for turning up and signing the contract.
But bro, you can never do anything right.
Cost me games.
You can never do anything right because they'll say you're backing the owners, yeah. And the thing is, yeah, these same morons are Man United fans, or what they claim to be Man United fans, they're cultists. You know what I mean? They actually don't give a fuck about the club, bro. You know what I mean? They just give a fuck about the idea of the football club. They don't actually care about the reality of the football club because these men don't live in the real world. You know what I'm saying? They would love us to bring in a manager and give him 10 years to get it right, even if we're losing every week. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they're fucking morons. So it's one of them ones where the same
Bro, a
guys that
lot of man want this to fail.
Bro.
Just for the stuff with the owners too. I
that
don't
as
like
well.
these owners. I don't like these directors, but I want them to be correct on this because I want my team to be successful.
Well, of
I have
course.
no belief in it. Don't get it twisted. I've got no belief right now in Rosinha, but I'm gonna let you cook. And if the food is shit, then we'll talk about it. But man want me to start calling the food shit before I've even had the food. How does that make sense? You're here now. What we have to do as fans is at least let them cook. I've always said that with a player, but even with fucking Garnacho, as much as I can't stand Garnacho, I had to let him play to get to that point where I can't stand him. It didn't take long because, of course, he was the same Garnacho that I've seen at Man United. Everybody in their nan knew that. But even then, you have to let him do that. So you know what you're talking about. Man, I am never against anything minute one because it's not fair on that individual. Go cook something. If it's shit, we're going to talk about it. I don't even manage us yet.
But again, this is the problem. It's these guys that claim to be supporters of the football clubs, but no, they just want to run agendas online, yeah, and say things to get clicks and retweets, bruv, and to try and make invisible friends, because this is what it is, bro. Man are just out here chatting shit. They would want you, yeah, to disrespect the manager, yeah, just because they feel like you're supporting the owners if you back the manager. You're not. You're not, though. The same with us, yeah. You know what's mad? All these guys are talking about the owners that say, no, Amorim shouldn't get sacked. If Oli comes back in, these lot will be fucking glazing Oli, bro. In a second, Amorim's forgotten, mate. You know what I mean?
If we brought Lampard back as the interim,
that's what I mean.
These proper Coventry guys.
That's what I'm trying to say. If Oli comes in and then we go on a run, 3 games unbeaten, these men are going to be singing Ollie's at the wheel. They're not going to be talking about Amorim anymore or Ineos. These men are fickle idiots. This is why I ain't got no time. I judge everyone the same. I judge them on performances, whether it's the manager, whether it's the player, because that's the only way you can be consistent.
Exactly.
It's the only way you can be
and that's all that I live by on this platform. Once you show me who you are at Chelsea, we'll talk. Sometimes I might give you more time than another one. Regardless, I'm going to go off what I've seen in a Chelsea shirt. Even like, again, the Garnacho example. You have been utter garbage at United. But cool, you're at Chelsea. I'll give you a few games. Look, you've had a few games. You're garbage. I'm just going to call you garbage. The end. Now he's called Garnaria to me because he's the same crap that I've seen at Man United. Shock and horror. But you've had to play to get to that point.
And yeah, facts. I think, bro, Tex, I think United have a better finish to the season than Chelsea. I'll be honest, bro. I just think that the momentum isn't really with either side. But I just think that with the interim, yeah, and the firepower that we have, I just think that we're gonna pip them still. I really do. That's why I got that bet with Don as well that we'll finish above them. I think it's gonna be close, but I think that we'll just pip.
How much is on that?
Well, basically we got a bet that a GA bet, yeah, for Bruno to outperform Enzo in it, and then we got Man United to finish above Chelsea, so it's £100. So
okay,
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He was hyping, so I just said, yo, you need to put some money up, my G. You know what I'm saying? So
with Maresca, I would have completely got that. Now it's just looking. I don't know, man.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Question mark. I don't know.
And they gave him a 6-year deal. It's not even like he's interim. That's your manager, bro.
Bro, a 6-year don't mean nothing to me no more. Like, yeah, bro, everybody gets a 6-year deal. They could be sacked the next week. Like, Lewis Hall got one, they sold him immediately. Jackson got an extension, they sold him. Fucking Maresca got a 6-year, they sacked him. That don't mean nothing. They're just big for the sake of being big. Pause, but
yeah. Man said Chelsea squad is still better. Don't be delusional, Arsenal fan. United fans. That's your opinion. That's not an opinion that I share, bro. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't know who you support, bro, but that's not an opinion that I share at all. So, the game is the game, bro. The game.
I don't think there's a lot in it anymore, personally.
There isn't. There absolutely isn't. You know what I'm saying? Because when I actually look at your squad, there's a handful of players that I would take, and they're very good players. You know what I'm saying? But that, bro, like you could take centre backs from us. You could take midfielders from us. You could take attackers from us. I don't want none of your centre backs. You know what I'm saying?
Mano, I'd take Mano. I hear that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't take none of your centre backs. Like, none of them. Like, if they were free, I wouldn't take them. Yeah, Tosin was free and we didn't take him. You know what I mean? So it's one
Someone
of them.
can ask him for free too.
So it's one of them ones where I wouldn't take your geek. We got a better goalkeeper than you. We got better centre backs than you. We got a better attack than you. You can have the midfield, innit? You know what I mean? You can have the midfield.
Midfield, fullbacks.
And the
attack, I still think there's an argument on either side.
Where?
The centre back have bun all that. As you run away with that.
In attack, yeah. I don't even think it's close in attack.
João Pedro, Esteval, Cole Palmer.
Oh, so you're putting Cole Palmer in the attack instead of the midfield. I hear that.
Yeah, because
but still no.
I don't even know what system we're playing under this manager. This is the problem. I don't know what we're gonna do with him.
We got Ahmad, Mbumo, Cunha, Xerxes, and Sesko, bro. That's our five, innit? Like, I'm looking at your five as Gittins, Garnacho, Delap, João Pedro, and Esteval. That's your five. Your five not
That's why I only said three, bro.
Huh?
That's why I only said three, bro. I don't give a damn about the other one.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones. Like, it's peak. And João Pedro.
Look, I'm gonna need a week or two just so I know what system I'm doing with Rossinha. Then I'll know where I'm putting Palmer.
He needs to put Palmer back on the right. He does. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to put him.
Even
Molina is. I've heard of this guy, yeah, but this is bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? So man need to stop posting this. You know what I'm saying? Like, Wilcox ain't going nowhere, bro. Wilcox is Barada's guy. So either Wilcox, yeah, is taking another position that's higher up, or that's complete bollocks. Do you know what I'm saying? And if that was the case, we wouldn't be hearing that. You know what I'm saying? Because when Dan Ashworth got sacked, yeah, we didn't get a heads up that he was getting sacked. It just happened. So if Wilcox was going to get sacked, yeah, we wouldn't know. So that doesn't even make sense. People need to use this a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe that doesn't make sense. I agree. Wilcox is more than competent, bro. He didn't want Amorim in the first place, so man can't blame Wilcox for this. He was the one telling Amorim change the system. It was clear that Jim wasn't fucking with it either. Like, we saw the picture of Jim shouting at Jason Wilcox. Now we know what that was about, because Jim was fed up. Do you know what I'm saying? And also Wilcox had a job to do. So it's one of them ones where we just need to wait and see, innit? We just need to wait and see. But he ain't going nowhere, bro. So it's gonna be very interesting how this season unfolds. Look at that, he's ready to take the caretaker.
They're really trying to push this Ollie prop, man.
But this is what I mean. Get out of here with the Ollie stuff.
Fabrizio is shameless. It's like the daily Garnacho updates.
Yep. That's what I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? But you know what's funny, yeah? Like, see, when situations like this happen, yeah, it's always interesting to me, because it actually shows me the average person that's watching football, they don't have a fucking clue about what goes into football clubs and what happens in football. And like,
half of them don't even know what's going on the pitch.
Bro, it's mad. But not just on the pitch, just in real life here. People don't know how to use deductive problem solving and actually work out what could be happening, probabilities of certain things. Like, people are so quick here to just want to pick sides, yeah, to just seem like they're on the right side of the argument instead of using their fucking brain. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, use your brain. Like, people are so dumb. Like, you know what I mean? And stupid people just annoy me, bro. Like, this is just what it is. They're annoying, bro. You know what I mean? And this
especially when they try and cuss you out using their own tap logic, and it's like, you don't even make sense. But I can't be asked to like discuss. You know, when you spoke about the sets thing, when I say that shit's resonated with me, like I pulled myself out of so many football debates. I'm like, nah, you're too dumb for that. I can't be asked.
But this is what I'm trying to say, bro. It don't make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense, bro. There's just mutants everywhere. And this is the maddest thing about it. Man are just really stupid, bro.
Oh, you just gotta let a mutant be a mutant sometimes.
No, 100%. But this is what I'm trying to say. Like, people need to understand, yeah, that like there's so many different moving pieces, yeah, not just on the pitch, but also off the pitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ruben Amorim was an abject failure from start to finish at Manchester United. There's no positive. There's none whatsoever. So let's cut the crap in it. Like, you can't miss somebody that failed from start to finish. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Give some people an opportunity to, and they'll take it, though.
It's crazy, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, it
And
makes
they'll tell you, well, the next manager better do this and that. Well, Amorim didn't.
like, bro, but that's it, bro. Ask these guys, yeah, to name a good reason. Give me one good reason why Ruben Amorim didn't deserve to get sacked, yeah, without bringing up your disdain for the ownership. Give me what he did, yeah, to deserve to stay, based on the results, based on the fact he lost more games than he won while he was here.
I would genuinely want to see the reasons behind it, even
Brother,
if they were wrong, which they would be.
There is no reasons. This is why you get idiots sitting online, yeah, talking about, oh, I want to debate people and this, that, and Ruben Amorim didn't deserve to get sacked. Brother, if you are actually surprised that Ruben Amorim got sacked, you're a moron. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, a lot of these men are just doing stuff for clicks. This is why I said to you lot, bro, like, this year, 2026, bro, I'm focusing my energy a bit more on other things, because this football space is full of idiots. This is the reality. This football space is not about football no more. It's about cults and people saying dumb shit to go viral and stuff like that, and doing dumb shit to go viral, and just, bro, like, it's got nothing to do with football no more, bro. It's just a bunch of clowns, bro. You know what I mean? Like, even one of the brothers, like, someone showed me a video of one brother saying he wanted to debate Saeed and all these things, bro. And he's a musician, bro.
Oh, the one that tried to do that fucking 16 bars a few months ago at Old Trafford.
He's a musician, bro. Stay in your lane, blood. The reason why you're over here is because your music sucks, bro. So because of it, yeah, a lot of these guys that are failing in other other genres come over to the football space because they know it gets a lot of traction, bro. But they don't know about football. They don't care about football. They just put themselves beside a club, yeah, so people can know who they are, because man's music is shit. I've never heard your music, but I know it's shit, or else you wouldn't be here. And that's the reality, bro. A lot of these men failing in other places and come over here and infiltrate the space, bro, and just say dumb shit. They look at what the popular thing is to say and they say it, bro. I ain't got no time for that. Bro. And
that does just come with the oversaturation of this platform in general.
But it's that as well. Do you know what I mean? But the reason why is because people know that the easiest way to go viral, yeah, is in this space, bro. Because it's got one of the highest mutant fucking concentrations on the internet, bro.
Yeah, the amount of people that follow football, it's easy to switch, even from a different genre, because you're going to have enough people from that genre that watch football anyway that are just going to follow and conversate. Suddenly, you've just created a second subgenre for yourself like that.
Yeah.
If you've got a big platform on another thing, you can just move into football if that doesn't work. Or if you want to just have two.
But this is it. And this is what these men do, bro. So they can all get fucked, bro. If I am, yeah, happy that the managers got sacked, that's not me supporting the owners, bro. Because I've got my own issues with them. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to blame them for everything. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not going to blame them for everything. Yes, Ruben Amorim shouldn't have got sacked, but that's not the conversation right now. That's not the conversation right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, he shouldn't have been given a job in the first place. But that's not the point. We need to focus on what's happening right now. He deserved to get sacked a long time ago. There's arguments that he should have been sacked even before the final against Spurs. And if we had an Ollie or a Rude or someone, we would have won that final. After he lost to Grimsby, they could have sacked him that same day.
Shouldn't have made it to Grimsby.
But that's what bro, there's multiple.
Even by the point, I shouldn't have made the Europa final, in all honesty.
But this is the point. There is multiple instances, yeah, which we could have sacked this guy last season and no one could have had any fucking arguments, bro. Like, we watched Ange Postecoglou get sacked at Nottingham Forest, yeah, after like 5 games or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's more outrage with this manager that lost all those fucking games. Do you know what I'm saying? Getting sacked than Ange getting sacked. If anyone didn't deserve to get sacked, it's Ange, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve to get sacked, bro.
It's more because he shouldn't have been hired in the first place, but you'd only been there 6 games.
Exactly. They shouldn't have hired him in the first place. And this is what I'm saying, bro. So who cares? Who cares, bro? Like, these people, they're full of shit, bro. Like, multiple things can be true, yeah, at the same time. And the truth is, yeah, he deserved to be sacked. The owners made a big mistake recruiting him. There's been loads of mistakes, yeah, across the board. Loads of them. So we can focus on that, which is completely irrelevant at this point, or we can talk about what do we do next.
All right, now you're still in the top 4 race. It's more of our problem. Failure. That's more because of our fault, if anything. But you're still in the top 4 race, which is a bit jarring that you made this move now. I won't front. 1 game a week, you lot are going to be a problem.
Yep.
Now, the one thing in the back of my head is, as long as they got Amorim, I'm not really too fussed about United like that. They're going to cost.
And they're saying, yeah, they only sacked him because he fell out with Wilcox. So what, bro? Who cares why they sacked him, bro? They were always gonna sack him, bro. But I believe that they were probably gonna try and wait till the summer, yeah, because financially it made a bit more sense, bro. That's what I think.
It's because they didn't want to have a permanent mid-season like they did with Amorim. I always said that was one of the main problems.
That as well. But they said, yeah, that on Friday, yeah, him and Wilcox kind of had a bust up, yeah. And then obviously he didn't win the game, and then he came out chatting shit. If he didn't do that in a press conference, I believe he'd still be in a job. But he knew what he was doing, bro. He orchestrated his own sacking, bro, because he knew he was failing. The pressure got to him, bro. And he's a bitch, bro. He's bitch made, bro. And that's the reality, bro. Bare people, yeah, because you know what's funny about society? All of these guys, yeah, were giving this manager, yeah, bare credit for being a bitch, bro. For being bare emotional and oversharing and all them. The most feminine fucking manager that we've ever had. These man talking about, oh, he wears his heart on his sleeve. Brother, you can wear your heart on your sleeve without being a bitch, bro.
That's an evil spin, bruv.
Do you see what I'm saying?
He's an emotional bitch. No, he's just carrying his heart on his sleeve. Bruv. He cares, guys. That's
he's an
so
emotional
dark.
bitch, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not every emotion you feel you have to show, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not how life works, bro. This guy's out here having fucking breakdowns on TV, yeah? And people are saying, oh, nah, like, he wears his heart on his sleeve, man. It's good to see he cares. Nah, bro, he's a crash out, bro. He's a little bitch, bro. That's what he is, bro. And that's the reality. He sabotaged himself and orchestrated his own sacking, bro. That's what he done. And he's been doing it since last season. He threatened to leave twice already. People forget. Do you know what I mean? Why are we giving credit?
Yes. There was some brazy quotes from last season, weren't there?
Bro, this is what I'm saying. The guy was threatening to leave, saying, I'll leave. I said, leave then. He was never leaving, bro. He was trying to get that compensation package because he got into the job. He realized he was out of his depth and he was doing everything to get sacked. That's the reality. He was doing everything to get sacked. And these Man United fans are not sitting there saying, hold on, this manager was disrespecting the club here. This guy talked about knowing what it meant to be a Man United manager. He was meant to be the guy that brought through youth at Sporting, yeah, but he never went to no youth team games, blood, while he was at Man United. So what are we talking about here? The guy's a fraud. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the reality. These guys are backing this guy here. Pay attention to what people do and not what they say. He's a fraud. He's always been a fraud. He's been a failure. He threatened to leave 4 times, bro. Imagine if it was a player threatening to leave, bro. The fans wouldn't have it, but they'll have it from the manager. Why? Why, bro?
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't get. And to me, it wouldn't even be about like the emotional side or nothing. It would just be simple. My thing is simply results with managers. It don't have to be about the way the football looks or whatever. Go win. Results. No one cares about winning games.
Playing good football and winning games, and the manager was just making substitutions and sabotaging games, bro. Like, a man gonna pretend they didn't see it. You're gonna pretend, bro.
It's not even that. You just look at the win-loss ratio with you lot, and that's enough. You man finished the whole fucking 15th under him.
Yep.
Forget even the performances. Like, forget what he says in the press or anything. Win games or leave. He weren't even doing that. He got you in the lowest position ever in Man United history. I don't think I've ever in my lifetime expected to say Manchester United's in a double-digit position
under this manager. With a
Man United were in a double-digit position under him, and you got people backing him. That is crazy. All the other intangibles, they never really mean too much for me past the results. Go win games and nobody cares. Even if the performances look like crap, he couldn't even master that. The fact man's got people defending him. Yeah, that's just where football is nowadays, I guess. It's the whole stand culture. People put stocks in something and they never really want to take it out or even want to give fair criticism.
Bro, but this is because this football thing now is about this side versus that side. The reason
I told you, FC. That's what it is, bro. Everybody wants to do I told you.
The reason why these men are so happy, yeah, to watch Amorim do his bullshit, yeah, is because they believe that they're making a stand against the owners, yeah, by backing Amorim. How can you know it's okay to not like either of them? You know it's okay.
They think backing the manager that the owners of platforms.
Yes, exactly. Backing the manager that the owners brought in is somehow, yeah, a middle fingers to the ownership that you don't like. How does that make sense? When they brought him in
that set thing you mentioned, man, again, like, when I say I replay that a ton of times when I'm talking with people about football.
Bottom set behavior, bro. And this is why I can't have the Twitter app on my phone. This is why when I go on other people's channels, bro, it's jarring, bro. Because man is just surrounded by mutants, bro. Like, I can't be around them people. They're flipping, bro. Their incompetence and their unintelligence, bro. Bruv, it can seep into your pores, bruv. It irritates me, bro. Man get a rash from that shit. Man can't be around these mutants. And this is the reality. These men are fucking stupid.
To be honest, I say I've learned from that. Here's me arguing with people on Twitter during the countdown for this stream, so I never learn.
But this is what it is. They're not football fans. They're not. Like, just because you're a Man United fan, that doesn't mean you're a football fan, you know. It just means you're a fan of the football club, yeah, or you're a fan of the idea of a club. I'm a football fan, bro. Man want to talk football, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man are out here talking shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Player FC, this player versus that player. My manager versus your manager. Manager versus the owners. I don't give a shit about all that. Do you know what I mean? I don't give a shit about all that. At the end of the day, yeah, he got sacked because he deserved to get sacked. They should have sacked him a long time ago. So whether you like the owners or not, it was the right decision. Period. You know what I'm saying? So don't be writing eulogies for the same guy that walked off smiling, yeah? Supposedly loved the club, but he got sacked and he walked out smiling, take it for a photo opportunity. You lot fucking morons, mate. You're fucking morons. The manager never cared about this club. This was always a job to him. He was in above his head, yeah? And as soon as things got tough, he looked for a way out because he's a bitch. He looked for a way out, bro. This brother did not even try to change anything to keep his job, bro. He quit, bro. He quit, bro. And that's the reality, bro. That's the equivalent to a man like Dubois taking that knee, blood, and was like, bro, he could get up, but I'm not getting up. When Usyk dropped, man, and he looked at him, yeah, and he was like, yeah, I don't want this no more, spat out the gum shield. That's what Amorim done. Spat his gum shield out, bro. And my man was just watching the referee count, bro. He didn't want it, mate. He shit himself. So don't ever try and make it look like he did not win, bro. He quit, bro. Because he realized that he couldn't win. He was out of his depth and he quit, bro. That's what happened. So man are trying to rewrite history, bro. It's crazy. Man said they back Amorim because they see him, they see themselves in him. Says a lot. I don't even think so. Most of the guys that back the manager, yeah, just hate the owners, and they hate the owners, yeah, to the point where nothing that the owners do is ever going to be the right thing. And then they'll say that people like me have an agenda that want to hold everyone accountable. The Amorim support is just because people want to blame the owners. All it is. Man are saying, oh, you'll never win anything with these owners. Bro, tell that to Sir Alex Ferguson, bro. What, did them man think that the Glazers just turned up? The fuck out of here, bro. You know what I mean? Man said his man management was horrendous. If you know what went down with Kobe, bro. They said that he had a shouting match with fucking Kobe, with Lissandro as well. And I know there's other shit that's gonna come out later, bro. That dressing room never respected this manager, bro. I'm actually surprised, yeah, that these youths are posting farewell stuff on Instagram, because I know for a fact they didn't like him. For a fact, I know. But they got to do the PR thing, bro. I would have done what Rashford did when Ten Hag got sacked. I'd have said nothing. No, man said Rio's already twerking for Fletcher. He's the type to say Amorim got sacked because he didn't have Bruno.
Of course he's gonna. That's his mate, though. I'm not surprised by that.
Listen, I saw the clip here, and the clip was man said that they were asking what managers they want, bro. For me, yeah, ex-players, yeah, of the that played for the club, yeah, shouldn't be out here, yeah, giving their opinion on what manager should take over, blood. Especially when they're involved with the football club, because I think it's too close to home. Do you know what I mean? And they shouldn't be influencing or being seen to be influencing anything. It's irresponsible, isn't it? But man spoke about Thomas Tuchel, spoke about someone else, yeah, and then he said, if Fletcher does well. No, Fletcher has no qualifications, yeah, to manage Manchester United. The guy's just about got his badges, yeah, and he was coaching the under-21s. He's not an option, and he shouldn't be an option. And the fact that Rio would put it out there that he should be an option, yeah, it's irresponsible, bro. That's the reality. It's fucking
that man just trying to back his friends. Yeah,
bro, I'm tired of it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. It's irresponsible. Like, don't do that shit. Oli was never qualified to manage Manchester United either, bro. The guy's got a relegation on his CV. Like, let's not take the fucking piss here. So Manchester United need to be looking at competent coaches, bro. That is it. Fletcher's not one of those. Fletcher's would be a good time. Yeah, cool.
There's not even too much in the market, though, because I remember looking at the market a few months back. It's garbage. Obviously, Maresca's in there now, but bar that, there's not really anybody there that I'd rate like that. And Xavi's there. I forgot about Xavi.
Xavi's there, but at the end of the day, Lewis, why don't people look at managers like players? If you want a manager, go and pay for him.
Yes, buy them out. That's fair.
Go and buy them out. Scholes and Butt said yes to Keane and no to De Zerbi. Again, Scholes and Butt, they've said a lot of things that I agree with. But again, this is irresponsible. Roy Keane is a shit manager. So why would
Roy Keane ain't managed in ages?
This is what I'm trying to say.
Was the last one Ireland or Ipswich or something? But regardless, I don't even think he ain't managed a Prem side since Sunderland.
Wow,
and that's nearly 20 years ago.
Do you know what I'm saying? No one cares about Roy Keane, bro.
Fucking hell, man.
The point
is, your
man,
legends really let you down, man.
But bro, it shows you that the culture at Man United, yeah, is just rotten, bro. And the ex-players are included in that. The one thing that Roman done, yeah, which I respect, yeah, is he raised the standards at the club, yeah, and he made it to be known, yeah, that winning was the most important thing at Chelsea, bro. Whereas Man United thing, they've still got this, it's a family club, jobs for the boys bullshit, bro. Like, I'm tired of that. I'm like, Chelsea never went down that road for that reason. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear no one saying, yeah, that fucking Didier Drogba should be your manager, bro. Ain't no one saying that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about Man United, yeah. If the owners actually want to help the club, yeah, they would separate themselves from all of the ex-fucking players, bro. All of them. All of them. Like, above the academy, there should be no ex-players at the club. None.
Yeah, we got John Terry managing the under-21s, and I think that's about it.
Stay there, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the reality.
And even JT said, look, I've got my badges, but no, Chelsea need an experienced coach. Leave me out of this. Leave me out of this.
Yeah, but John Terry's got too much fucking integrity, yeah, to try and put himself forward for the Chelsea job. But
you see why I'm for Lampard. Now he's got a generation of Chelsea fans that just call him a fat fuck. Yeah, but you're saying that about Lampard. That's crazy.
It's crazy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's what happens when you come in as a manager and you don't succeed, because there'll be some Chelsea fans, surprisingly, that will only know Lampard as the manager and not Lampard as the player. So no, leave your legacy intact, man. Just stay over there, mate. Stay
This is
over
the
there.
problem, bro. Like, there's been none of the Fergie fledglings have been good managers, bro. They've all been shit. So I don't want none of them. You know what I mean? That's the reality. One of the best managers at the moment, yeah, that's probably played for Sir Alex Ferguson, is probably fucking Van Persie, and he just started.
The only ex-player I could maybe have a look at might be Felipe Luis, because I know he's been doing his thing with Flamengo over there.
Yeah.
And because he's won trophies, at least look cool. You know how to win. Maybe there's something we could work with. That's it. Lampard still ain't won nothing. He might win the championship this season. That ain't going to do nothing for me yet, because I've seen you here twice in the Prem. Like, you'd have to go and like show something along the lines in the Premier League. And even then, sorry, we're not at the point where we're mid-table and we need to climb up the table anymore. I want somebody that is going to win me trophies and is a proven winner. Maresca was lucky when he joined. The bar was in hell because Poch was the last one. Now, no, I'm going from a world champion manager. Sorry, you're going to need to hit that level. I'm going to need you to bring me some trophies. That's why all I've said is with Racine is, look, you're here now. Go win something. You want to endear yourself to Chelsea fans? Your first home game is Arsenal in the Cup.
Yeah.
Do something. Right there. You've got 2 cup games in your first 2 games because you're not managing tomorrow. We got Callum McFarlane in the dugout for 1 more game. Do something with your first 2 matches.
100%, bro. And Nick, I wouldn't say that Company flopped at Burnley, bro. Company had Burnley playing some very good football. He just didn't have the players. But I could see that Company was a good coach, even from Burnley, bro. Like, they bopped us off the park a few times, bro. You know what I mean? We might beat them, but he had Burnley playing some good football. So you could see Company just needed the players. So I don't know. I think if you're looking forensically, you could see that the signs were there, innit? The signs were actually there, bro. So it's just one of them ones where I just think that United need to not take the piss. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck around and go get Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I don't think it makes any sense whatsoever. Go and get Michael Carrick, bro, because everyone knows Carrick was coaching anyway, bro. Carrick and McKenna were coaching, and Ole was the manager, quote unquote. We don't have a manager now. We got a head coach. So why would we bring Ole in? Ole can't coach. Ole can't coach. So we need to allow it, bro. Like, Chelsea have Racine now. So, but I don't expect them to just go on a mad run. I didn't think that Maresca, put it this way, I don't think Racine can do a better job than Maresca. I don't see how he does. Whereas Amorim, I think anyone can do a better job than him because he was failing miserably.
Yep. You see, when the last manager leaves the bar that low, you've got a very good opportunity to get fans on side very quickly. Because all you're asking is just a little degree of competency. And it's like, all right, cool, you're already better than the last one. Maresca had it so easy because you're replacing Poch. Now, Racine, you're replacing Maresca, who just won 2 trophies with 4 garbage windows back to back to back to back.
Right.
I'm going to need to see some from you, but look, I'm not going to come out and say, yo, I think we're going to do well under Racine. I don't. I have to see it. I believe in the starting 11.
What's the deal with Esteval? Why hasn't Esteval been starting?
Bro, Esteval is it's a minutes thing. Because, like, he's played, for his age bracket, he's played a ton of minutes for Palmeiras over the last year. You know how you talk about Chelsea having the most minutes out of any Prem side in 2025? Man, don't know how many minutes Esteval's been playing for Palmeiras. He's played a ton. And I think that's why we're not playing him as regularly as people want him to play. Because even with that, you're adapting to a new league, a new climate. You're in a different continent. There's a lot that you're adjusting to. And you're playing week in and week out at the age of 17 in Brazil. So that's why people are saying, oh, Maresca just doesn't rate him. No, you've played too much for your age. This whole season has been about fitness. We've seen that with the amount of rotation that we've done this season because of the amount of games the squad's played. Esteval's just a part of that. And that's why. And then he came off against Leeds and Bournemouth, and then he got a muscular injury, and he was out for another 3 or 4 weeks. That's why we've barely seen him this month. There's a lot of context to add to it.
No, it's going to be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Also, what are you making of the Liverpool situation? I can't lie, yeah. It's funny. Now they've seen us two sack our manager. There's chat of basically they're saying that in order for him to keep his job, yeah, the results need to improve, obviously. So now it's gonna be interesting, bro. I don't think they sack him, yeah, unless they get absolutely battered by Arsenal. But yeah, I mean, it would be just like Liverpool to just do a bookie one, bro.
I don't think they're going to sack him anyway because, yeah, look, the performances are awful. And the results, like, still aren't where Liverpool should be, but they also are unbeaten in 9. And they're also dealing with a ton of injuries right now and Salah out for AFCON. Like, I'd be very surprised if they pulled the trigger. Like, I think Liverpool fans want them to because they're seeing us two do it. Like, I was literally on back here with Monty. He's like, look, I'm so jealous of you two and all of that. I'm like, yeah, you want your guy gone as well, but I don't see them doing it. And if they were to do it, they would have done it time ago. They would have had the opportunity to do it during that losing run. He's managed to pull it back. They haven't lost in a while, but he's also like playing with no risks. Like Liverpool are just trying to keep themselves compact and like they're barely trying to take risks in the final third, which is why they're so boring to watch nowadays. But I don't see Slot leaving anytime soon. Because like right now, they're still on track to get into the top 4, which will be like their bare minimum. They'll just look at the season as a write-off and go to the next one.
That's what I think.
I don't think
he will potentially get sacked in the summer, but I think that they will make top 4. And while they're in the top 4, obviously they're not going to win the league now. That's obvious, isn't it? But while they're in the top 4, like they don't sack him, bro.
Hell, I think even if they get top 4, I don't think they sack him. I think he'll go to next season, and if they're not going for the title, then they'll get rid.
You think so?
Yeah, like bro, like I think a lot of Liverpool fans are underestimating the fact that he has helped you win a league.
Yeah,
like whether they like it or not, you don't scam a Premier League. Like there's so many Liverpool fans trying to do the whole no, the squad won it and not Slot. No, you're being disingenuous. Slot won it with that squad. Now he's lost it with his squad. But I think it's going to be a 1-1 thing and he's going to get the second season. Because, like, yo, you have proven that you can win a Premier League. So, like, he's going to need a bit more time. I get why people want him out. I get all of that. You've seen 2 league titles. They're not going to sack the guy that's just brought you second Premier League this soon. They're not going to do that, especially when you look at the market and there's next to no upgrades. Unless you're bringing in Xavi or you're bringing in Maresca, and I think you'll ask some Liverpool fans, some might not even say they're upgrades. Who else is there? You're not sacking Slot.
Yeah, the market is kind of shit, though. I can't lie. But at the same time, yeah, sometimes, yeah, it's addition by subtraction, bruv. I'll be honest. Like, sometimes just getting rid of a manager, yeah, is enough to kind of, you know, just get a bit of fresh energy, bruv, in the team.
Yeah, I hear it, but there's only like 2 or 3 options out there. I don't think Zidane would go to Liverpool. I think he's waiting for the France job. Xavi or Maresca, or like, bro, what are you asking the manager to go out for? You give it to Gerrard till the end of the season, or like what? What do you want?
No, you're right, bro. And you know what's crazy? I don't know. Again, I think that Liverpool fans are over because they won the league last year when they shouldn't have won it. Yeah, I think that they're overestimating how good their team are. I think a lot of their players are washed, like, and I think a lot of their players are overrated as well. Like, that's the reality.
That's the thing. They've gassed up the squad so much. Now they're not performing. They have. You know, talking about the agendas and everything. They have to throw Slot into the Dutch pot.
I think they're performing at the level they should be performing at. I wouldn't say that they're not performing, bro. Like Mo Salah, yeah.
No, but they are to their expectations, isn't it?
I hear it. Mo Salah exceeded, yeah, what his real capabilities were last season. Really, he overperformed last season. Like in terms of his GA, he overperformed. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what it is. And now he's playing at the level that he's at. Do you know what I'm saying? Gakpo, yeah, is playing at the level he's at. Like, it's just one of them ones.
And you look at the window as well, right? Where was the centre-back upgrade that they needed while they spammed 200 million on 2 strikers?
This is the point. And man is saying the performances are bad, but bro, the performances were bad last season. Man were calling me a hater when I was saying this Liverpool team's the worst team I've seen win the Premier League. Like they were playing crap, bro, and they were just getting results, bro. So I can't lie, yeah. Like you're playing the same as last season. You're just not getting those wins now, bro. Like, but the football's been shit. Last season you was rubbish, bro. Like,
But another thing that people don't talk about is the mentality in that squad. The amount of times I've seen that Liverpool team concede a goal and shit the bed. These men shat themselves against a 9-man Spurs or a 10-man Spurs after they conceded a goal. And then even next down to 9 men, they looked more likely to score. You got to start looking at the individuals out there. How are you not imposing yourself against a rubbed out Tottenham side that you have a man advantage on?
Yeah, but this is the point, bro. Like everyone's so quick to blame the managers for certain things. Yeah, there's certain things that you can blame the manager for, certain things you can't in it, and you have to be balanced. Like this is what I was saying to my brother yesterday. They're talking about getting Frank out, yeah, but bro, that Tottenham squad's so shit. No one does well with that squad. Like, brother, like Tottenham's rubbish, bro. Like, and this is what I'm trying to explain to him. He's saying to me, "Oh yeah, but Ange scored loads of goals with this squad." Yeah, he did, and conceded loads of goals because Ange committed everything to attacking, yeah, and what happened was you were conceding fucking 2-3 goals a game because of that, and you man were complaining about the high line. So, do you know what I mean? If you've got a manager that plays high risk, high reward football, yeah, you are going to score more goals, but you're going to concede more. And then if you've got a pragmatic manager, yeah, that wants to set up the team defensively, then you're super reliant on your individuals to score goals, bruv. And their individuals are not good. So,
yeah.
This is just what it is.
Another one that overrated their team too much.
Bruv,
like you are 7 points off 4th. Like, yo, that's a big improvement on where you were last season. But you man gassed your squad up too much. You've got no Kulusevski, no Maddison, and you guys are 7 points off top 4. And look at the attack, man. Kolo Muani is dead. Matthias Tell is dead.
Rubbish.
Who else do they have? Odebert, dead.
Johnson, dead.
Dead. They're all
and
dead.
Not available. And Solanke ain't good anyway.
Yeah, he had one good season with Bournemouth and he's still living off that.
Yeah, but this
is what you lot are meant to be top 4 guaranteed.
Bro, but they think that they can go
you've
and get
upgraded, you've improved off last season. Say again?
Bro, but they think they can go and get a better they think that they can go and get a better manager than Thomas Frank. That's what I said to my brother. I said, bro, you can't get a better manager than Thomas Frank because your team's crap. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the reality. This is the reality. Like, Sarr's a decent player, but again, Sarr ain't no top Premier League midfielder. Like, he's bang average at best. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the problem, bro. This is actually the problem, bro. Thomas Frank, yeah, if Frank, yeah, had, yeah, a better attack, his teams would score more goals because no one was saying Brentford weren't scoring goals. They weren't saying that, bro. He was scoring goals at
Buemo, Wisa, Tony, and they want to act like this guy can't get forward scoring goals. Your forwards just aren't good.
Like, what football fans need to understand, yeah, and what they need to get into their head. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he was talking about Pochettino, yeah. And I said, bro, Pochettino had fucking Moussa Dembele, yeah, Ericsson, Dele Alli. These are all individuals. Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, bro. These men are individuals. That's why Tottenham was scoring. It had nothing to do with the coaching because no Chelsea fans are going to tell you that Pochettino's an attacking manager. PSG fans are not going to tell you that Pochettino's an attacking manager. I watch Poch's PSGs are one of the worst PSGs, yeah, in recent times, bro.
Man had Messi getting 6 goals in a league season.
Bro, listen to what I'm saying. So, at the end of the day, yeah, no one else, yeah, is going to tell you that Poch is an attacking manager because he's not. So, I don't want to hear this Pochettino shit, bro. He had good individual players. Dele Alli was flicking the ball up and fucking volleying it in the top corner, bro. That had nothing to do with fucking Pochettino, bro. Like, you got to understand. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to understand.
Harry Kane was producing his best ever numbers under Mourinho, who has always been a defensive-minded manager.
And this is the point. And this is what I'm trying to tell people, yeah? Football is about mechanics, bro. There's certain players that play better with a certain freedom and certain managers. A Cole Palmer is always going to be play better under a Pochettino because Pochettino is going to set you up and then he's going to say to you, all right, cool. When you get the ball, do whatever you want. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what it is.
That's the thing. The thing is like no structure, but Go do your thing.
No structure on the ball. Whereas when you've got positional play coaches like your Marescas and stuff, that doesn't favor a Cole Palmer that wants to get on the ball and go wherever he wants. It doesn't favor him at all. And this is the point. So it's not about an attacking manager or a defensive manager. It's about what the manager's philosophies are, yeah, with and without the ball. This is what will determine whether a player does well for them or not. And this is what people don't understand about football, bro. Like, Tuchel's not an attacking manager, but he gives freedom when players have the ball. So because of that, more creative players are always going to prefer to play for a Tuchel than to play for even a Pep Guardiola, bro. Because Pep doesn't give you that freedom, bro. That's all it is. That doesn't mean Tuchel's attacking and Pep's not attacking. Pep's a fucking attacking manager. But there's a certain structure and there's certain positions he don't want you to leave. Cherky's out here telling us that he's ignoring the manager.
Wait, so I didn't even see them Cherky quotes. So you say that?
Cherky was like, yo, the manager want me to stay out wide, but I felt like I could help the team inside. Then he went inside and scored.
Fuck.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, fair enough.
This is what I'm trying to fucking tell people. People don't understand.
That reminds me of that Poch the fucking Palmer Maresca one after the conference final. He's like, yo, I need to just be a bit more inventive. And he's like, fuck it, just switch on a bit.
Bro, this is the reality. So if you've got a coach, yeah, that tells you that, yo, off the ball, you can defend them. When you get the ball, you can go wherever you want. If you're a creative player, you're always going to prefer to play for them. And what's going to happen is, yeah, if you give a player like a coach like a Tuchel or a Jose or Unai Emery, if you give these kind of coaches, they are defensive coaches. If you give them good attacking players, these attacking players will score a lot of goals, bro. Because the freedom to create, they will create these chances and they will score them. But when you look at the XG, they'll be outperforming their XG like a motherfucker. Because teams like that don't create loads. They don't. And that's the reality. And then when you look at like a Spurs under an Ange, they're going to create loads of chances, but if they've got low quality, they're going to miss so many chances, but they'll score more goals maybe just because of the sheer volume of chances they create. But they concede a shitload down the other end.
Because they're so fucking gung-ho. But if the attack's garbage and they don't take any of those chances, then you're just going to lose games. It's as simple as that.
And this is the point. Yes, Tuchel doesn't coach attacks, but I know this because I know football. Do you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, a lot of people don't know football. So man will look at Thomas Tuchel and say, how come? But he scored goals with Mason Mount and fucking Kai Havertz and that. Bro, he lets these men play. Yeah, he lets them play. Do you know what I'm saying? The way Ange sets up his teams, yeah, no matter who he's got, he's going to create chances because it's an aggressive front foot style of football, but you can see the shitload of goals. You can see the shitload. And Klopp's football was very similar to that at the beginning. Very similar. That's why when Liverpool, before Klopp had his players, Liverpool were conceding every game, bro. But they were outscoring teams. They were outscoring teams. And this is why when I look at this Man United team now, yeah, if you get me a Glasner, yeah, who's not inherently attacking, yeah, and he sets up this Man United team the right way, we have individuals like Ahmad, like Mbumo, like Cunha, like Xerxes, yeah, that can create chances. Even Bruno, you can add into that, create chances and score goals. We don't necessarily need an attacking manager. We just need a manager that can set us up right. That's all we need.
But just to simplify it, if you're solid enough defensively, you've got the attackers with the creativity to just win you the games by themselves. It's as simple as that.
Well, exactly.
And you didn't have that last season. You had Garnacho and Højlund, and now I have Garnacho. Right.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. This is the point. So it's not about having an attacking manager or a defensive manager. It's either you've got a manager that allows your players to play, and then the onus is on the players, which is what's happening at Spurs. The onus is on the players, and the players are shit. Or you've got a tactical, very attacking coach, like a Hansi Flick, like a Ange Postecoglou, yeah. They'll create loads of chances, but you pay for it at the other end. Like there's no manager that does both. I don't know managers, yeah, that are super attacking, yeah, and super well good defensively and coach defense. Look at Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso at Leverkusen, they were so fucking attacking, yeah, but they were, every time they got countered, they were vulnerable. Same with Man City. Every time they get countered, they're vulnerable. One ball over the top against City, bro. Them man are shitting themselves. One ball. That's why Liverpool used to have a field day against them. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's no managers out there that are super attacking and super good in defense, bro. Like this football just don't work like that. It's either you're pragmatic and you set yourselves up. Same with Bournemouth. Super front foot attacking, yeah, but one pass and you fucking rip them apart. People used to say the same thing about De Zerbi. One pass, you rip him apart, bro. Pick your poison, bro. That's it. You want an attacking manager or you want a pragmatic manager, but you're not going to get a manager that's super attacking but super defensively responsible.
Yeah, because it cancels each other out. Yeah.
Well, of course it does. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because that's the whole point of like football philosophies. You don't have a philosophy and then this is a different philosophy and like, yeah, I do both because I'm a fucking mutant. No, you've got one side or you got the other. But you can maybe like divert away from it for a game or two, but that's not you as a coach. That's you adapting to like an opposition. Like Maresca, for example, like if we're going buying away and we're facing a team that's better than us and a team that can impose themselves better than us, we're not going to try and impose ourselves like that. We're going to adapt to you lot. We'll drop back a little bit. We'll play a more counter-attacking system, but that's not our philosophy because that's 100%. Not what we're trying to do weekly.
100%. Now, even this man saying Zidane in his first stint at Madrid. Zidane, yeah, is very Ancelotti-esque. Zidane is a pragmatic coach. Zidane is not an attacking manager. He's not. He had good attacking players. Zidane, he coaches like an Italian, bro. Same with Ancelotti. Ancelotti's playing mid-blocks with Real Madrid, you know. They were boring as fuck to watch, yeah? And then the individuals were scoring them goals, blood. If they needed a goal, they had Rodrigo on the bench. They had all these other guys. Ancelotti's a defensive coach by nature, bro. So is Zidane, bro. These are pragmatic coaches. They're not attacking, bro. They're not. And they're even more, yeah, reliant, yeah, on very good attackers, bro, and pacey attackers as well, because they play quite a low defensive line. Ancelotti ain't got his team on the halfway line, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like people are not watching football, bro. Like, watch the game. Watch the game. These guys like to set up in mid-blocks. These are not attacking managers. Attacking managers got their defenders on the halfway line.
Yeah, and that's what we were doing.
Well, exactly. So, if you've got your players on the halfway line, yes, you're going to score more goals, but you can concede more. And if you have your defensive line deeper, guess what? You're further away from the goal, which means it's harder to score. So you need better players. Like, what are people not understanding? You got a bigger distance to carry the ball, yeah? From the edge of your own box to the edge of their box, or from the edge of the halfway line to the edge of their box. Who's going to create more chances? The team that have the defenders on the halfway line or on the edge of their own box? It's obviously the halfway line team. But who's going to concede more goals? The team on the halfway line. So pick your poison. That's what it is. If you've got pragmatic managers, you need to give them brilliant attackers. You can't give them shit attackers and expect them to do anything. It's impossible.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, big up the chat.
I'll argue with that.
Big up the chat. Let's get these lights up as well, guys. You know what I'm saying? We got 500 lights tag. We got 300 and we got 1,200 in here. Also, you lot, make sure you subscribe to the Rants Reacts channel as well, man. We need 27 subs to get it monetized. You need a minimum of 500 subs to get monetized, innit? So we're almost there. And it went live a couple of days ago.
Oh, you got another channel now?
Yeah, Rants Reacts channel, just for my Rants Reacts content. So,
that's not the clips one, right?
Yeah. There's a clips one and there's a Rants Reacts channel as well for the reaction stuff. So like the pen game reactions, the pop the balloon reactions.
Oh yeah, let me add to that
reaction. So you lot, make sure you subscribe to that, man. Man want to get that monetized ASAP, bruv. So make sure that you subscribe to that, people, man. And also make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel.
I've been fucking with the react shows. You know, every time I've just finished playing pro clubs with my mates, I'll just bun a zoo and watch the fucking pen game ones or something. They're always a great watch. Nah, big up, man. So you lot, make sure you follow that Reacts channel, man. Let's get this monetized immediately. Make sure you subscribe to Lewis as well, bro. I'm assuming that it's a busy time for you lot now, innit? Now you got your new manager. What you got coming up for the rest of the day? Yeah, man. Liam Rafinha announcement stream and also a Fulham preview. I'm also probably going to end up talking about Strasbourg because they've been done dirty. They're getting Gary O'Neill as their replacement.
That's
God
mad,
bless
isn't
their
it?
hearts, man. I feel
Yeah,
so sorry for Strasbourg. We're just ripping them apart for bants.
yeah,
That is a 100-year-old plus club that we're just taking the piss out of. But sorry, I didn't want it to be you lot. I feel bad for you, man, genuinely. But
yeah, but
hey.
you know what it is, yeah. You're under the same ownership in it, so you would think that I don't know. You would think that they would have taken a little bit more care of Strasbourg, but at the same time, as a Chelsea fan, bro, listen, you got to worry about your own club, innit?
Exactly. It's interesting the hypocrisy. Last season, we can't bring back Andre Santos. We need to keep him at Strasbourg because he's vital. Fast forward a year. Omega, yoink. Rafinha, yoink. Penders, we're going to take that back in a year, yoink. Mamadou Sarr, yoink. We're going to take that too. This is what it is, man. I feel for them, but shit, you know?
No, I hear it. And guys, the show with Lee Gunner's at 5 o'clock today. Lee moved it. Do you know what I mean? So let me know who's live for redirect. And we are I think we're 4 away now from 500 on the channel, guys. So 3 away. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, people, man. You know what I mean? Because once I hit 500, we can get the channel monetized. So big up. Man said what? No sides live, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, say no more, people. Man said, you're right. Pragmatic manager, you need brilliant attackers and brilliant defenders, or vice versa. Exactly. If you got really attacking managers, you need very good individual defenders. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Spurs fans kept saying, yeah, when they had Ange, they needed another Van der Ven. And also Van der Ven would get injured and then they couldn't hold the high line because they didn't have Van der Ven's pace. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the same way with PSG. The only reason why PSG can play the way they play is because they've got Hakimi and Nuno Mendes. You need elite wingbacks, yeah, or fullbacks if you're going to play the way that they play. Like you need certain pieces, yeah, to achieve certain types of football. But because a lot of football fans don't understand football, yeah, that's why they don't understand why things are not working, bro. Like there's no such thing as a perfect system. There's no such thing as a perfect way to play football. There's always a give and a take. There's always going to be pros and cons to every single system. That is it. So if a manager doesn't have certain pieces, this is why I always say the best way to coach, yeah, is to adapt to the players you have. It will always be the best way. Because you can sit here as a coach and complain, I need this to play the way I want to play. Or you can play the way that suits your players. That's it. And that's always going to be the best way. That's always going to be the best way. Play in a way that suits the players you have, and then you can't really have any excuses, bro. I am not here for managers sitting here, yeah, and telling me that they don't have the players to play the football they want to play. All right, cool. Then play different football then, bro. Your job is to win. That's your job.
Get results.
Your job is to win.
When we got to a point with Maresca where it weren't working last season, you know what he did? He dropped the line back all the way towards our fucking 18-yard box. We ended up, I think, keeping clean sheets in 6 of our last 7 and getting top 4.
Well,
sometimes you just have to find a way to get results. That's why I always say I don't care about the performance if you're winning. Just win. Bro, when we win games, the man are like, oh, but the performance won't go. Shut up, man. We won.
Even the way you got the point against Man City, bro. Like at large periods of that game, yeah, you literally had 2 banks of 5, yeah, super, super deep on the edge of your box, bro, because that's what you needed to do. You know, it wasn't pretty.
The whole first half was just pray that there's a second half. Because we needed to get to the second. You try to go out in the first half, they'll just kill you and then you're dead.
Exactly. So this is exactly what you needed to do, bro. And nobody's talking about the first half performance because you got a point, bro. No one cares, bro. Football's about winning ultimately. And this is why if a manager's not winning, yeah, and they get sacked, they deserve to get sacked based on that. Because football's about winning games, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? As a coach, you're supposed to work out why you're not winning and change it. And if you're a manager like Ruben, who's not winning, yeah, and isn't willing to be flexible, you can't complain when you get sacked.
Exactly. And you can't complain when fans stop believing in you. because you're trying the same thing and expecting different results. We all know that is the definition of insanity. If you want to prove to everyone that you're insane, don't be surprised when no one backs you. Simple
There
as.
it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, big up everyone inside. We're back again. We're on Gunners channel at 5, back here at 6:30 with Flawless for Red Talk, and then we'll be over on Twitch probably later on this evening to do some more Rants Reacts content, people. So busy day today, not doing the watch along. The game today is crap. Do you know what I'm saying? So
West Ham Forest, isn't it?
yeah, man, watching that rubbish. You know what I mean? So big up everyone inside. Plenty more content coming for the day, people. Man, we'll see you guys.